Did you know that a simple selfie video on Instagram could change your entire case? This is Eric Mausner and Tom Graham, personal injury lawyers in Miami, Florida. On this channel, we'll be talking about various kinds of cases, issues that can make or break personal injury claims. All right, so what I want to share with the audience here is, and this is an insight to how personal injury lawyers think. Tom, what do you think some of the most important parts of starting a personal injury lawsuit or a claim? What's most important? What are the steps that you would take?
The initial steps might be the most important steps of all, because within those first 30, 60 days, that's the time that if there's video, it might be deleted, it might be gone. If there are witnesses you can talk to, you might not be able to find them. Things could change, conditions could change, right? Something could get fixed or moved or totally destroyed. So you have to act quick. And I think a lot of people don't realize that, but that initial time frame, totally crucial to make sure you're telling the right parties and the right people that they need to preserve things through a letter of preservation, which obviously we do in every single case right away.
So let's say as an ex-prosecutor who now is a full-time personal injury lawyer, what are some of the things that you would do at the outset? Do you write letters? Do you hire an investigator? What would you do?
Certainly. So yeah, I mean, look, we do both. Especially, this is one of the things we try to impress upon clients as to why they need to act quick and get started quick. We're going to get letters out to anywhere we think might have a camera if we think there's video, right? We're going to put all the different parties that might have access to that on notice. And usually, if the case is one where we're a little bit concerned or we're not sure if there's video, we'll actually send an investigator, as you know, to the location to check it out, try to find cameras for us so that we can cast a wide net and then get the full picture of everything that happened, right? If you don't tell them to do this, oftentimes the video goes missing. And a lot of times, in my opinion, if a defendant makes a mistake and they know they did, they're going to do everything they can to not save that video, right? They don't want it to be around.
Yeah, that's a good point for the audience, actually. After any type of injury case, it could be boating, it could be auto, it could even be premises, like a slip and fall, right? I think what we think about are, where is there video surveillance? Is it on a dash cam? Is it on a highway camera? Is it on a gas station or another commercial building? Where else might we find video?
I mean, totally. You raise a good point. And one of the things when you mentioned boating that I thought about, there might be GPS, there might be voyage data in the boat itself. And a person that's injured and doesn't really know about these things, they might not realize that a piece of critical evidence that monitors how fast the boat was going, if you don't get that in time or you don't go and secure it, it might be gone. In today's day and age, cars like Tesla, you can actually get camera footage from the Tesla, right? A lot of these trucks that are on the road, I mean, almost most of them now have dash cam footage. So you just need to know where to look and you need to know who to tell to save that stuff. And then you have to have a team equipped to go out and get it. I mean, you know, in a lot of our cases, we'll send experts out as soon as we can to go and do a download, right? And I mean, that can be a wealth of information. Without it, you might not be able to prove your case.
So it's my understanding that video surveillance generally can expire after 30 to 60 days unless we get lucky. Is that your understanding as well?
Yeah, it kind of depends on the company and the software that they're using, what their policies are, but certainly you want to act as quick as you can.
What about police body-worn cam? That's generally held at the police station, right?
It is. So there are some policies and procedures on that, but also you kind of need to move quick and make sure you're getting it. And that can be even harder to get because if there's an active investigation, it typically won't get it while that's ongoing.
A lot of this video conversation reminds me of one of our recent cases, the Thriller boating accident case, where our client literally recorded the crash on her selfie video, which was saved in her Instagram application. She didn't realize until days later, after the hospital, that she actually recorded this crash. I mean, talk about a unique piece of evidence. I mean, we're always going to see dash cams. We're going to see collision video, and everybody can get on the internet and watch endless collision cases, right? You can watch endless videos of crime and all kinds of nasty stuff out there, right? But to have a piece of evidence like this that's so unique, she's literally recording a selfie video and captures this boating collision. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it either. I mean, it's just totally the right place at the right time and kind of a godsend for her. But think about even culturally or things that go on in society. Like take for instance George Floyd, right? If there wasn't video of that at that exact moment, the world might never know what happened, and then the narrative would not be the true narrative, right? So I think that the prevalence in today's society that everyone has a cell phone and people are recording, putting things on Instagram, it's kind of a game changer for evidence across the board, really. It's not just video of the incident, which is critical for our purposes for proving liability, but the insurance companies and these big corporations, they're going to send people out to watch you and to video you and to see if you yourself are being honest. So if you tell them, I can't walk a mile, but then a week later you're going to Universal with your kids and you're walking for 10 hours, they're going to have video of that. So, I mean, it kind of cuts both ways, right? It keeps everyone honest. I like it because I think that's what justice is about.
Yeah, it's a good subtopic, actually, for our audience. This is what Tom is talking about, is surveillance video. When you have an active personal injury claim, or more likely an active personal injury lawsuit when you're in litigation, the defense is going to hire investigators to follow you, especially if they don't think you're as injured as you claim to be, or if they think there's fraud.
Right.
And we counsel our clients all the time. Hey, your lawsuit's active. The defense may hire an investigator. They may send it to your job, your house. So if you say you can't play basketball or you can't play tennis anymore, and they catch you on video doing this, your claim is dead. Done.
Totally. And I think one of the most unfortunate, probably the most unfortunate things that's ever happened in my career is having a client not take our advice, not be honest with us, and get caught massively exaggerating their injuries. And it's just, if a client doesn't listen to us and they're not honest, they can totally destroy their own case because their credibility can be ruined in an instant. And we've seen that. And it's really heartbreaking and unfortunate. But I think if you don't understand this system and you don't trust your lawyer and you're not open and honest with them, you're just setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah, one of the things we do is we have clients sign our social media warning at the outset. So we warn them, don't post on social media. And that includes everything from TikTok to LinkedIn, Instagram, you name it. We say, don't post when you have an active case.
Because it's going to be spun against you.
The insurance companies will actually, what they do is their adjusters and their investigators will actually start looking at your social media. This is before you might even hire a lawyer. They start looking at this because they're going to use they're going to use it against you. If you're claiming an injury and then you're jumping up and down and having the best time of your life on social media, that's coming in against you. So we tell clients, at the outset of a case, this is possibly what's coming. This is what you shouldn't be doing. And then we'll remind them throughout the case, because litigation and claims can take 6 to 12 months in Florida, sometimes longer. Litigation can take 1 to 3 years, right? I'm just throwing out average numbers. Every case is different. But we tell clients during the pendency of the case, hey, be careful. Be careful what you put in the universe. The other side potentially watching you.
Yeah. Personally, I actually hate that we have to tell them to do that. I think it's kind of unfair. I've had cases, like I remember a medical malpractice case involving a knee injury where obviously the client had a horrible knee injury and they had a surgery. And as part of the defense of that case, they were showing photos of her like standing at the Grand Canyon that she had put on put on Facebook, or standing there with her dog. And they're like, oh, you can walk a dog. You can go to the Grand Canyon. And to me, that's just really like unfair, right?
Yeah.
What do you want these people to do? Stop living, right? She can stand there next to the Grand Canyon. Okay, what does that mean? So, I think it's just kind of unfortunate how these things can get misrepresented, but it probably is best practice to kind of hold off on making your life super public when you're going through litigation, as unfortunate as that is.
Yeah, the defense is going to take something that really, they're going to come up with an argument that really doesn't have any merit. Just because you were in a car crash or any kind of accident and suffered an injury that required, let's say, surgery, doesn't mean 3-4 months later you can't resume your life, can't resume normal activity. But the defense is going to take that and use it against you, like you're super healthy, you're not injured, and they're going to try to devalue, your claim, pay you less money.
Well, thank you all for listening today. Hopefully this was helpful. If you're interested in personal injury, in cases involving injuries and deaths, or you just want to learn more about this stuff, go ahead and reach out to us anytime. Feel free to subscribe to our channel, please. And if you have had an experience that resonates after watching this, go ahead, leave something in the comments, let us know, and we'll be happy to respond about it in the future.